What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Recently, I've been seeing so many people disrespect fighting type damage in the Open Great League, so today we're going to teach them a lesson by running none other than Shadow Annihilate. This Pokemon is hyper offense. It has access to not only one of the best fast move pressure moves in the game with Counter, but also Rage Fist to ramp up its damage and have amazing coverage not only with that Ghost type coverage move, but also with Ice Punch. This Pokemon is a nightmare to deal with if you're not ready for it, and because of its boosting potential, it can sweep through teams. Really quickly though, before we get into the battles, I do want to say if you're not currently subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. I'm going to be uploading a lot more in the future, and I'd really appreciate it. But yeah, let's get into the battles and see what this team can do. Alright, we got an opponent. Annihilate into Florges. Very bad lead matchup here. A lot of fairies I've seen on the lead recently. I guess I was kind of hoping today that people would be leading the steel types, because like the last couple days, it's been non-stop fairy leads. So maybe I should have built a different team. Maybe a team that was actually decent into the fairies, but it's fine. It's fine. This is fine. While Furret has a lot of play, or Florges rather, has a lot of play into us, we can still chip down Florges. It's not the strongest Pokemon out there. Likely a Chilling Water. Oh, or a Trailblaze coming through too. Interesting. So they're at 5. They have a move ready to go right now. I do know I survive whatever they throw into us, but it is a little bit scary that I am getting low on HP. They do Chilling Water though, so that doesn't quite one-shot us or anything. And the best thing about this is I don't think they can Fairy Wind us down. Nice catch on a Feraligatr, though. That's a crazy catch. Although I wish I would have Trailblazed. But I should be able to still get a Trailblaze into this. And it's going to be kind of hard for them to Shadow Claw us down, right? I'd imagine that would be maybe not possible here unless they shield this. Yeah, okay. We'll force energy out of them. Or I guess we'll get a Simul KO. Interesting. We know they still have energy on that Florges, and I don't love that, because my U-Phase is not ideal into Florges either. But I'm going to bring it in here and just hope they bring in the Florges, which they do. Okay, I mean, they're almost in Mud Bomb range right now, so maybe this could be worse. They've also cleared their Trailblaze boost that they had a second ago, so, I mean, we'll see. And if the final Pokemon's not necessarily strong into Annihilate, we should be in a very playable position. But after this debuff, they likely do survive this move here from my Unova Stunfisk, which is annoying because they likely get a second one off. Do I shield this, or do I save shields for Annihilate at this point? I'm going to no-shield this, because I do survive. And I think Annihilate at this point could be a way to win the game. Yeah, you know, well, I guess it was hard to go wrong either way. But this is good. I would say this is good for us. We got the break that we needed in the backline. It wasn't a Sableye. It wasn't a Wigglytuff. It was just an Empoleon. And Empoleon does not want to see the counter damage, so let's go. Really bad core breaker lead, but still very playable. Alright, we got our next game. Annihilate into Shadow Scizor. Much better than a Florges lead. Let's see what we can do here. Counter damage is going to shred them, but I mean, Bullet Punch is the same exact move, so it is a pretty neutral matchup here. But Counter, as you can see, is putting in a little bit more damage. I guess they're not the same move, because they do generate a little bit more energy than me. But what is different in this matchup? Oh, they caught on a Feraligatr. I was going to say, Counter generates a little bit less energy than Bullet Punch, but that's, you know, still very fine. Alright. They've played this well, and I don't like it. I'm actually going to shield this, though, just because the counter damage that I do here is going to do more than any fast move pressure in my backline. So what I can kind of do is I can just dance around, save some energy on my Annihilate, and make it so Feraligatr doesn't get a second move off. And while Shadow Scizor might not be the best matchup for a normal type to see, saying all my charge attack pressure is resisted, they're so low they have to shield a Swift. And even if they do shield a Swift like they did there, it's not like they're going to one-shot us with any move they can have. Well, maybe they have Iron Head and that knocks us out, but that would be a little bit crazy. Probably a Trailblaze coming through. It does do a bit more raw damage, but I do survive that, and I can get a move off here against the final Pokemon. Okay, I think we should be fine. The scary part about this game is there is a Jellicent on my screen, and ghosts are a little bit scary just in general. But I think that I should be fine with my Rage Fist on my Annihilate, as well as the fact that I can get 2 discharges here if they overfarm too much. So they're going to go for a Surf. 2 Surfs basically knock us out here, right? Yeah. But if they don't throw instantly, then they're going to be in a position where I get another discharge. And if they do throw instantly, then I can just Rage Fist with my Annihilate. So we'll see what they want to do. Yeah, I think that's the best play they could make there. Go for the CMP, just because that way they do get the most energy out of this Jellicent as possible, but they're still very far away from their next Surf. I can just bring this in here, even go for good timing if I want to. And Rage Fist, as I said, will knock out the Ghost type. Alright, makes sense. You know, the double Water team with Scizor to counteract that Fire type weakness is a very smart idea. Luckily, my backline's pretty good against Water types, even with that nice catch they made, so I'm able to get the win. Alright, we got our next game. It's going to be Annihilate into Empoleon. Beautiful lead. Whole team has a lot of play into this. I guess our Furt is our worst matchup, but even then, it's pretty neutral. And we see a Gourgeist here as a safe swap. Interesting Pokemon to see as a safe swap just in general. Incinerate as well as Seed Bomb add up quite a bit, and my charge attack pressure is all resisted against this Pokemon. So it's not amazing necessarily to see, but also, I don't really need switch advantage this game. So, I don't know, do I even shield my Furret here, or do I just let this go? Honestly, I'm kind of thinking, like, why not just let this go, get a counter down, and then my Unova Stunfisk, hopefully in the backline, is going to be able to put in a lot of work once this Gourgeist is gone. We're going to get a lot of energy out of this. 4 counters would be perfect, because then I only take 1 Incinerate, and I get a ton of energy from my effort. Okay. That is good to see. I'm just going to go straight for the Ice Punch here. I want to shield down as quickly as I can. And now I'm going to swap into my Stunfisk. If they don't swap here, then, like, they're in a lot of trouble, because then Altaria is going to avoid my Annihilate. But if they do swap, they're also in a lot of trouble, because now Empoleon is on my Electric and Ground-type Pokemon. So, I don't know necessarily what they can do right now. I mean, I shield this every single day of the week. And the fun thing about what I'm about to do is I'm going to put them in a really bad spot, where if I throw a Discharge right now, if they shield this, which, I mean, they probably can't at this point, but, like, if they shield this, then an Ice Punch one-shots the Altaria. So, like, I could just no-shield this, swap back into my Annihilate, and go for another Ice Punch, and we should be good here. They need 2 Sky Attacks to knock us out right now. Altaria does take quite some time to get to a charge attack here, so we should be in a very solid position. Sky Attack comes through. We survive it thanks to our Protect Shield. We have another Ice Punch ready to go, and even if this doesn't one-shot, it doesn't matter. Our Unova Stunfisk is still very much alive in the backline, but it should basically knock him out, right? Yeah, straight up it does. And now we counter through the Empoleon. Let's go. That's where the Ice Punch coverage really helps. Like, I've kind of wondered if running close combat could be a good idea on Annihilate, but man, Ice Punch is so good against your counters, so might as well just go with that, I think. Next game, we're going to see Annihilate into Shadow Typhlosion. I've been seeing this Shadow Typhlosion team in the last little bit, with, I think, Azumarill Gourgeist as the backline. If that's the case here, then I wouldn't mind winning Switch Advantage. And man, my counter damage does so much to them. They give me a full counter sneak as well. So I'm going to shield this up, obviously, because I feel like that is going to be the best way to deal with this Typhlosion. Okay. I mean, Jellicent works too. My Furret's actually just better into this than any of the Pokemon I was talking about a second ago. 6. The one concerning part about this, though, that we do have to keep in mind is they are almost at their next Surf here. And this feels like such an obvious bait out by them. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to undercharge this a little bit. That way I get more energy out of this matchup. And I think I'm actually just going to shield the Surf here. I don't love going down 2 shields this early on, but at this point, Typhlosion's pretty low on HP. I'm a boosted Furret. I have energy as well on my Annihilate, so if there's a Pokemon in the backline that doesn't want to face off against my Furret here, they could be in some trouble. But maybe they have, like, something really bad for me, and then I shouldn't have done that. Okay, it is an Azumarill. So it's very similar to the team that I was thinking of, just instead of Gourgeist in the back, it's a different ghost. It's a Jellicent. But they have to shield the Trailblazers, right? And they can't really bubble us down too easily. I don't love throwing on alignment here, but I think it's better to throw on alignment than to not throw at all. So we'll just make sure to get this move off here. And they're going to get it to 100 energy right now. Or not, wow. They threw after 7? That's weird. I thought they'd build up a couple of more moves there. But this is amazing news. Although I have seen this team with this Azumarill on the funny move of Hydro Pump. Like, every time that I've seen the Azumarill Typhlosion core, it has been Hydro Pump. With that said, I think even if it is the case that they're on Hydro Pump, I just win the game with my Annihilate anyway. So we'll see. They're going to go for the Hydro Pump if they have it here. They're at enough energy. They're actually at 8 bubbles right now, so 1 past it. It actually is the Hydro Pump. But I might as well just go for my knockout here with my Typhlosion, or with my Stunfisk against the Typhlosion. Because I can come in with my Annihilate now, and I can go for the Rage Fist and counter through them. They should be at 3 right now, so 2 away from their next Ice Beam. And this Rage Fist, plus the counters, plus the Discharge, or the Thundershock damage, rather, should be enough to win this game. Oh, easily, yeah. Nice. Okay, not quite the team we thought, but still incredibly beatable. Alright, next game. Annihilate into Wigglytuff. One of the worst leads I could potentially see with this team. But with that said, I can come in Furret here, and Furret is going to try its best to make this not as bad as it's looking like it is now. Now, see, I could have thrown a move before taking an Icy Wind debuff here, but I'm kind of fine if I take an Icy Wind, just because then, likely they stay in here. Well, they do actually swap out, which is probably a smart play by them. I was hoping they'd stay in, and that would let me go for 2 attacks into them, whittle them down quite a bit. Because, honestly, if I could whittle down that Wigglytuff, I feel like I'd be in a really good spot in the backline. But now we see a Carbink that's going to get a lot of energy out of this, but I think I can get a reverse farm too with my Annihilate, so we might not be in the worst spot ever. I guess I'll just let this go down. Yeah, they'll get a shield back from us by going for a Moonblast, likely. They could also bait us if they're crazy, which I wouldn't be surprised to see a bait here, because honestly, even a Rock Slide would do quite a bit of damage. Or a Power Gem, I guess, if that's a moveset you're running. No, it is a Rock Slide. But now I can build up a lot of energy here. Or if they just Rock Slide, I guess I can no-shield that too. That's straight up a Rock Slide. It's not even a chance to be anything bigger. It is going to do some real damage to us, though. Like, it'll put us down into, like, 3 charm range, potentially. But now I have a lot of energy on my Annihilate here. And after the Sucker Punch damage, I bet an Ice Punch is going to put them pretty low if they let it go. They could also shield if they think I have close combat. Well, they shield anyway. Like, I don't know if that's because they thought I could have close combat, or if they just shielded because it's a Wigglytuff, and that is often what Wigglytuff users do. I wouldn't mind seeing a no-shield here. Okay, nice. Well, dang it, dude. That is maybe the worst thing I could have seen. The worst team I could have really seen. Next game. Annihilate into Lapras. Okay, there we go. Pretty good lead matchup here. Although Psywave is super effective, so if they want to stay in, they can. And I would imagine if they're ABA weak to counter, they probably would stay in here, which is likely what we're seeing right now. I'm going to go for an early Rage Fist, because if they do stay in, I want to take less Psywave damage if I can help it, so just boosting my attack as quickly as possible is going to be the play, even though it's almost certainly always going to be the case that they no-shield that move. But now I'm a boosted Annihilate that can likely farm them down if they let us. There's a chance so they just swap out to not give us a farm down over. And they do switch. But I can save this energy here and come in with my Furret. They end up not throwing immediately, which is a smart play. But Furret here is going to be able to absorb 2 Mud Bombs. And because of that, I think we're still in a very playable spot. They're back-to-back. 5 away from their move after this. And I don't really feel like I need switch advantage this game. More so, I just want this Stunfisk to be whittled down. I think they might be able to survive this move, but they'll be very low if they do happen to just let this move through and then let me get more Sucker Punch damage against them. Oh, nice. I actually do just Sucker Punch down. I didn't know if I would or if it would be like a 1 HP survive on their part. Alright. This is gonna be a little bit scary, actually. Just because Shadow Scizor can start ramping up a little bit. Okay, nice. What we call a catch attempt here by our opponent. So now we should be fine. I mean, even if they Trailblaze us here, I think I'm fine, right? Because I don't get one-shot by a Trailblaze on my Stunfisk, and I kind of want the counter damage, just to put them into a range where I can guarantee that a Mud Bomb knocks them out. They have to shield that. I guess they're probably already in the range where that would be enough anyway. And, you know, if I do get one-shot here by a Trailblaze, so be it. But I'm pretty sure I don't. They have the move. We'll see, though. +1 Shadow Trailblaze from Shadow Scizor. It's non-stab, though. I feel like I survived this. We don't get to see how much I survived that by, but we did, in fact, survive. We have back-to-back here, so we're not even going to take another Bullet Punch. Yeah, easy live. We even survive an extra Bullet Punch, so a little bit of a margin for error, just in case we didn't have enough energy here. We get the second Mud Bomb through. It knocks out the Scizor, and we get the win. Let's go. All right, next game. Annihilate into Jellicent. Not a great lead matchup, but we do have ways to hit this for super effective on all of my Pokemon here, so maybe we can have play if we swap in for it. Okay, I mean, I'm happy that they're building up energy here, because these Sucker Punches have basically put them into a range where I could knock them out with a Rage Fist later on. Surf will do a decent chunk of damage, though. And we end up baiting out a Wigglytuff here. Alright, so it seems like so far I don't have a lot of play with my Annihilate, I'm going to be real. But my Furret here hopefully can put in some work against the team that we're seeing. Alright, they throw energy against us here. I honestly feel like it is worth a shield because I just want to get chip damage against everything right now. We might get a shield here with this. Honestly, I'd be pretty happy if we get a shield. But they might just let this go too. Alright, big Swift. Big shield. Do I survive to get another Swift off? I do. Okay, that's big. Now, whether or not I survive, or they survive this move, I don't know if they do. I think they probably do, though. Oh, they don't? Nice! Wait, that's actually huge. They can Hex us down, sure. But this Sucker Punch damage has put them into discharge range for a Stunfisk here. I swear, if they just have, like, another Fairy in the back, and it's a triple Annihilate counter team, I'm gonna be so sad. That is not the case. It is one of the best things I could see. It's their own Furret. I mean, Trailblaze is gonna hurt here, but I'd rather not shield this. If they want to shield this, they can be my guest, I suppose. Alright, big Ice Punch. We get a shield. Who would have thought? But at this point, I can just shield this up and farm this down, and then double discharge the Jellicent. Big Trailblaze. Yeah, I mean, they don't knock us out with one charge move. And because I have back-to-back here, even if they do survive this attack, I'm in a pretty good spot. Alright, discharge. Oh, just straight up knocks out even. And we'll just Thundershock this down. Okay, sweet. Let's go. Really bad lead matchup there. Really annoying counter swap as well, but I guess for some reason, Furret is not that bad into Wigglytuff. Alright, next game. Annihilate into Gourgeist. Alright. Well, this is going to be a little bit awkward, saying I am a little bit ABA soft to this Pokemon. But I have Rage Fist here, which can hurt quite a bit. We'll see what they want to do. Counter damage, while it's not doing a lot here, you know, it's some chip damage, and we gotta take it for what it's worth. Rage Fist gets no shielded, okay. Interesting. We attempt a catch. Okay. That honestly is fine by me. We don't get the catch through, but we get like 3 Sucker Punches, because they were waiting to see what happened, and they were a little bit slow on the counter swap. Brick Break would be nice in this specific matchup. Honestly, maybe I should have Trailblazed first anyway. 6. But the thing is, they can't really go for anything other than Body Slam against us right now. So I don't feel like I'm in the worst spot imaginable. 7. Alright. So what I think they're gonna do right now is they're gonna go for one more, and then they're gonna do the second body slam. Oh, well, that's straight up not gonna happen. Well, maybe they body slam now anyway. But, like, since they Earthquake there, I can just go for the Swift then. I can just outpace. Wait, they would have had a body slam, so maybe they're on Shadow Ball Earthquake. That's even crazier, actually. Alright, I'm so fine swapping this back in. Because I have the other guy in the back that should be very strong now. We're gonna get his shield here from that Gourgeist with my Rage Fist, because they're gonna swap it in immediately, right? They're not staying in here any longer. They have to shield this. And that was a CMP as well, which is even better for us, because that's gonna guarantee that they have to waste the energy they just threw. Or if they no-shield that, I just counter through the Morpeko, rather. Yeah, alright. That is... I'll take it. I'll take that for sure. Next battle. Annihilate into Shadow Talonflame. Alright, so the good leads keep on coming. The one thing that's, like, actually good about this, though, is I should be able to get a lot of damage with my Furret just with Sucker Punches here. And Swift over time is gonna one-shot if they stay in. Oh, nice. They are staying in. And since they're trying to throw on good timing here, they don't ramp up their attack stat anywhere near as quickly as they might like by going for, like, a Flame Charge. Well, they throw on bad timing this time, which is also fine. I don't really want to take a Flame Charge here. Well, a Fly would have knocked us out for sure, so I'm glad I shielded that. And we likely get a shield by going for the Swift now. I'm a little bit worried that if they're staying in this, maybe there's some Ghost types in the backline that my Annihilate might not want to see. Alright. This is fine. I'm going to let this go. I don't think I can counter this down in 3 counters, which is how many it would take to be able to make sure I don't take a Fly on my Annihilate. But I should be able to Thundershock this down with my Stunfisk here, and all I'll take is a Flame Charge. And then I'll still have a shield advantage on my Annihilate, which hopefully will be useful. Yeah, big Flame Charge, it'll hurt a little bit, but now I'll have almost a full Mud Bomb loaded against whatever wants to come in against us, which I might be able to use to chip down whatever they bring in if I need to. They're thinking, and I don't like that. Okay. We see a Stunfisk come in here, and this is where things get weird, because I don't know what their final Pokemon is. Okay, they come in their final Pokemon, actually. It's a Shadow 2 Cannon. We should have guessed. Did I lag a turn? Oh no. This could be bad. If this is a Beak Blast, which I think it is, actually, that could be very bad, because now I might not two-shot with Mud Bomb. This might not be a win. We'll see. That Beak Blast debuff might actually help him out quite a bit. I was a little bit worried about shielding my Annihilate against the 2 Cannon, which is why I straight up didn't. Oh, this is not knockout. There's no way this knocks out. Man, them surviving on 1 HP to reach that Beak Blast, super heads-up play. I was not expecting the double flyer team. Oh, man. I think I probably could have won this game, or at least had a better chance at winning, by shielding my Annihilate. I didn't think that 2 Cannon had it in him to get a Beak Blast off against us. I thought I could double Mud Bomb and win, but I guess not. That's on me. I could have won that game easily. Next opponent, we'll see Annihilate up against Clefable. Okay. Fairies are out in full force today. But that's fine. Because I can go here for a Rage Fist and probably get a shield from this Clefable, and then maybe we're in a better spot. Yeah, they do Meteor Mash, makes a lot of sense. I'll go for the Rage Fist because, unlike a Florges here, it's not like they're boosting their attack or lowering my attack, so I can still put in some neutral play. Oh, well, they let that go, even. This is honestly perfect. I get to come in Furret here to absorb all of the damage this thing's going to throw against me. And then I can ramp up, farm down, have a lot of energy for that Clefable, and even potentially get my Unova Stunfisk against Clefable, too. But I wonder if it's like a double Ghost team here. I feel like that could make a lot of sense with the way that they're trying to bait out a Furret right now. Honestly, I'm going to do a play where I undercharge this, because I want more energy on my Furret here. Because I'm just going to shield the next Power Gem. I feel like while going down 2 shields is generally not the best play you can make, because I get so much energy here on a boosted Furret, and I can guarantee switch advantage, it might not be the worst case scenario for me. Yeah, I have back-to-back Swifts, so if they come back in Clefable, I should be able to go for the Swifts here and get that shield back. Let's see what they do. Big Swift number 1. Get a shield. Swift number 2. Probably going to get a shield again, because if you shield once, you likely shield twice. I'm kind of thinking Jellicent in the back, though, right? That makes a lot of sense here, if that's the case. Okay, it's not Jellicent. It's a Shadow Malamar, actually. This is going to be interesting, as I always say. I do get a shield there. But honestly, landing that final counter is huge. Because that's going to guarantee here that I hopefully can only just knock him out here with 1 move on my Stunfisk. I survived 2 foul plays from them. I have my Mud Bomb. And there's a 1 HP Clefable in the backline that will need 2 attacks here to win them this game. That was a CMP, okay. Wasn't really expecting them to throw right then, but that is still very fine. Mud Bomb's going to hurt. No shield because there's no shields remaining. And we can just snipe them down with a single Sucker Punch. Clefable, even if it has a Meteor Mash, it needs a Moonblast as well for my Stunfisk. So we're actually able to come back from a triple Annihilate counter team. Love to see it. 4-1 set here. Once again in the Go Battle League. That's going to get us up pretty high, actually. This team's been working out well. What does that put us up to? Oh, man, 2888, almost 2900s. Oh, boy. You saw today, even though I did lose quite a few leads, honestly, Annihilate doesn't really care a lot of the time. Counter, even when resisted, does so much damage, especially after ramping up with Rage Fist. This Pokemon is just so busted. Make sure to give it a go here if you have one. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.